Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm Chanpa Thiputhon, and welcome to my show, English in the Garden, broadcast through Chanpa channel. And this morning, um, we have a special guest, okay, Pilapon Burana Montri from the IBEC program. For those of you who don't know what the IBEC is, let me tell you a little bit about the IBEC. IBEC is a 4-year degree program. It's an international program. IBEX stands for International Business English for Communication. And Chris, or Pilapon Purana Montri, is our senior. And this morning, he is very kind to actually share with us his ideas about language learning, what he thinks about grammar learning, and what his opinion on online learning. So I will start off with the first question. Chris, you can move this closer, okay? Um, how do you learn the English language? Could you tell everybody?
Okay, so the way that I learn English is learning by using experience because English is not something you learn from books only. It's something that you have to use and use and use and practice every day. That's how I learned English.
Mm, thank you for that. You see, you have to use it. The more you use, the better you will learn the language. The second question is very important. Many students often say that grammar is not important. You just learn and then speak the language. But my question to you is that what do you think about grammar? Is grammar learning necessary or is grammar important?
So to me, grammar is of course very important because if you don't know grammar, you can't write properly. You can't say things properly and you can't read properly. So if you can't use your grammar in the correct way, when you write, it will seem that you're uneducated. It will seem that you don't know the things that you're actually writing. So grammar is very important to me.
So here we go. You hear it from his mouth that
It is important.
it is still very important and you need to spend your time learning some grammar, but you can learn grammar in a fun way, right? You don't have to memorize, right? Now the last question for this show is on online learning, um, because many people say that you don't have to learn in person or learn in the classroom. You can learn it, DIY, do it yourself. You can learn it online. My question to you is that is online learning enough or sufficient for a person or a student to master the language? So is online learning sufficient for the mastering of the language?
So to me, when you study something online, you actually learn something, but there's a catch to it. You actually need someone in that expertise. You actually need a teacher, a class that can give you work to practice and to actually do to show that you have the skills in that particular area. You can't just learn online, but online is a good practice, is a good revision, is a good review. So in order to actually master something, you need to have an actual class, actual teacher, and online practice that can help you in your own way of studies. That's my opinion on learning online.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, online learning is helpful because you can practice, you can learn anytime, anywhere, you can learn on the go. But online learning alone, as Chris has said, is not sufficient for you to really master the language. You need human interaction. You need to learn and to, you know, to communicate face to face,
To get
to
feedbacks.
get feedback, to feel the language. And that's the fun part of language learning is about bonding is about forming a meaningful relationship is not dry, as I say.
Also, interaction with the teachers, interaction with other students can also help learning languages.
Oh, thank you, Chris, for this. So, just to sum up, as a teacher, I usually sum up. Actually, we have discussed three questions. The first one, how you learn the language, and Chris said that you learn by using it. The best way to learn is to practice. Okay, and grammar is still important. And the third aspect is that online learning or learning on your own is important. You should learn on your own, like doing a lot of reading, reading about interesting stories, and there are plenty of online learning resources available
Yes.
online, right? Or you can even download learning applications, but you can do it to supplement your classroom learning, because human interaction is still necessary
Very
for
important.
you to acquire another language. So I would like to thank Chris again. Chris again. Chris is our senior from the IBEC program. It's a 4-year degree program at our university, our beloved university, right?
Yes.
Turkit Pandit University on the outskirts of Bangkok. And this is my show.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Stay in tune.